I'm just getting over a cold, so please excuse the little hoarseness or whatever in my voice. For those of you who are really following everything that's been going on the last couple of years on TikTok especially, there are things that I really haven't talked about. And there's things that I'm never going to talk about on here. But there are things that I'm going to have to talk about, I guess, for my own mental health. So, my mom after my husband's workplace injury, my mom got diagnosed with a disease in her lungs. And we found out that she needs a transplant in order to survive it. So, all while I've been dealing with all of these, inaccuracies and the false information on Dustin's file, and a whole bunch of other things, there was a lot going on in my own personal life with regards to my mom and her health. Things that workplace now don't care about when they decide to do the job the way that they decide to do it. Because that's the decision that they make. They don't make decisions on the information they're given. They make the decision to make the decisions they make. And the decision they make is to provide false information and to never correct it. That's the decision that they make, no matter how much you tell them. And they also make the decision to ignore all of the unfair results, which you're not legally allowed to do. So, while I'm dealing with or learning to live with all of the things that's going on in my own personal life, I learned that my husband had a permanent injury in his knee. And it was not okay dealing with the way that they talked to him, or, just dismiss things. It's not okay. And then in 2022, my grandfather, who was sick for years and helped raise me, ended up in the hospital for the final time. And I was dealing with a lot of that because I was the one who took care of him for a long time. along with help from other family members, but anyway. My mom passed away on September 12th, and my grandfather was dying at the same time. And Melissa Burry started all this extreme lies. The extreme part of it. Just a few weeks after my mom passed away. And kept it up and kept it up. And on November the 25th of that same year, I lost my grandfather. So for those of you who think that what she did was acceptable, man, you guys are just as cruel as what she is. You're just as cruel. Because the reality is that they don't care. As long as they get what they want. They don't care. They don't care what your kids are going through with the injury and with the financial harms and things that they're doing. They don't care about what's going on in your own personal life. And they don't care about following the medical information that they're given to protect your loved one from further damage down the road. Because to them, all you are is a folder, a file. You have no feelings. You have no circumstances. You have nothing else going on. You are just existing, if you're even that. We may have all been a coaster. Or a broken wheel. That's all we are. And they'll treat you like a broken wheel. Like you're trash. They'll treat you like that. When in reality, the law, if it ever exists, if we can ever get a true justice system in Newfoundland, Labrador, they should be more compassionate. But they're not. They're not. And when they're forced to see the reality, because I'm just putting it out there on social media, what do? They decide to ignore you and keep up all the stuff that they're doing. And then all of a sudden you start seeing these commenters with no pictures and no names and no videos. And they're out with all their negativity coming after you. The commenters on here don't bother me. But they should have more compassion as decent human beings.